We got a fun-filled show tonight.
I met a boy today.
It's your boy, Coach Career, the General, 860 Army.
She loving my style every time I'm.
You ain't need more money, Tito. You could have just invited 6 or 8 you down to Nationals.
I'm around.
When certain people don't get their way or they feel slighted, they feel like they have a right to call us and voice their opinion. You don't.
We lock the
I've never removed a staff to allow a staff to move up.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Now everybody's a personal trainer. We know who the originals are, but now if you look, you can find them in every town.
What up? It's your boy PH the Prez, Mr. Above 140. Y'all know what we doing here. We investing in ourselves. Y'all see it.
It's your boy, Coach Career, the General, 860 Army.
We back for another fun-filled show tonight. We late. Because of me, I got to set responsibility.
Bro, they lucky we trying to come on every week. It's rough out here.
That ain't no lie. It's rough. What up, Cuddy? Laser on the tap in.
Man? What up, Cuddy?
Laser on. Hey, we got some topics tonight that's going to be interesting. They're going to be engaging. It's going to be a little fiery. It's going to start.
I'm glad we talked about it earlier because just to my point, in the last hour on the forum. No, not just Ty Carter. The other dude about Manchester too. Like, hold on, cuz.
Oh, well, I didn't see that. Let me look.
Are we really talking? What are we talking about, dog?
Let me go look. I didn't see everything. I think
that's what triggered the conversation. I believe that's not Ty. Go read. There was two.
I don't even know what restaurant I was at, bro. I was at shit. Ask my wife. Babe, what restaurant was we at? I'm tweaking right now. Yolanda and Keith, leave me alone. What restaurant was we at? Longhorns, bro.
Your favorite place?
What?
Your favorite place?
My favorite place is not Longhorns. Laser said he's just trying to win the 13U conference in Northeast Mass. Pop Warner. Emmis, what up?
What up, Emmis?
Manchester, what about it? I see it. You're talking about a post.
I'm just saying that's going to build off of what we was talking about earlier.
Yeah,
one of our bullet points. What our bullet points is. That's my point.
That is. That will. And let's talk about it.
Why don't you do the rankings? Because you know we got a group of people on to do the rankings. Let's do the rankings.
Okay, let's talk about rankings.
Or you want to say the
13U, huh?
Or you want to save them for last?
No, listen, man. No, we don't have to save them for last. There's no real shakeups at 13U. I think they all remain the same. Tito, we got the Hartford Hurricanes, the number 1 team in New England, number 2 team in the nation. Nobody even looks like they're close to them. You have the Manchester Redhawks, who deserve to be number 2, went to Florida the last couple years, and they're going to stay there. You got the Bloomfield Junior Warhawks in the same spot at number 3. They don't jump none of the 2 above. There's one shakeup, the Stratford Renegades. You're out of there. And so I think we're going to
I think it has to be Milford,
Connecticut.
Absolutely. Milford, Connecticut.
In 4th place, and I'm going to keep Drake in that 5th place. Because I know it's a younger team, but I'm going to keep Drake in there. So you got the Hartford Hurricanes, you got Manchester, Bloomfield, Milford. Then you have Drake-it. Dracket? Is it Dracket or Drake-it? Dracket?
Drake-it. The Drake-it middies.
Drake-it. 12U. Tito, if I'm looking at this, I got one change. At number 1, the New Haven Steelers, they remain the same. At 2, you got to give it to Edgewood Eagles. They won the last 2 years. They had 12U. Their team is back together. I did get a text that said to me, Edgewood is scary good at 12U. I don't know what that means, but that's what they text me. At number 3, Tito, I'm going to keep the Bloomfield there. They looked kind of impressive. Let's keep Bloomfield there. They number 3 in both brackets. At number 4, Tito, I'm going with the Hartford Hurricanes. Last week it was Manchester. I'm going to go with the Hartford Hurricanes, the level of aggressiveness, the size, one of the bigger 12U teams I saw. And at number 5, I'm going to keep the Manchester Redhawks. Seem to be in a dogfight with Milford, but they pulled it out. They don't deserve to get out of the top 5. But they go from 4 to 5. We know Hartford put up 40 points in 2 quarters on Waterbury, and that game ended early. So we're going to leave it there. At 11U, there's some shakeups, Tito. Number 1 team, Rodney Myers looks good. He's still blazing. He beat Danbury by way more points than I thought he was.
Yeah, I was shocked at that score when I heard it.
Since Danbury lost by so much, I'm going to be moving them. And the number 2 team is going to be C's in the West Haven Seahawks. I'm going with their 11U as the number 2 team and the favorite to get out at Division 2, in my opinion. At number 3, I'm going to be honest, Tito. To me, Waterbury has the team to beat anybody in New England. Waterbury got the size. They got the speed. They got the talent. To me, this is just my opinion. You saw them. You could tell me what you think. If Waterbury lines up and they play solid football with the right blocking scheme and they run right at you, I have not seen a team with a size big enough to stop them from getting 3 yards.
No, they have. If it was based on the eye test, you would have to say they're number 1. But what we got to see there is if they can finally beat Rodney Myers. That seems to be at the division. And that division, that seems to be the unthinkable. You get what 100%. I'm saying?
I mean, they got to get over the hump.
I got to give Rodney his props. You know what I'm saying? Because
I mean, well, he's still number 1, right? But I'm saying, looking at Waterbury's size, I mean, they have a kid, and we talk about pedigree. They have a kid that I don't care what nobody say. There's nobody in New England that can stop him if you run behind him.
Yeah, he's a big
He's
kid.
bigger. He's stronger. He has all the pedigrees better than anybody else in New England. It's not to knock any child. I do not know the child. It's not me bigging up a child I know. But we saw a kid that's all of what, 6'4"? 6'3"?
6'3"
about
for sure.
190 pounds, 80 pounds because of height.
Yeah, 6'3".
And an athlete.
An athlete.
He's an
an athlete. He's not a 6'3". He's not a 6'3". He's not awkward. He's not awkward at all. He's not awkward at all.
Destiani, what oh my God. You're out of control. Are we gonna give it to 9U next year? Anyway, let's keep going. So that's the top 3. At 4, I'm going to go with Danbury, Tito, because I do think they're a good football team. They just ran up against Rodney Myers, and Rodney Myers plummeted them. And at 5th, I'm going to keep Drake in there. They won, remember, at both levels. I'm going to keep Drake it. I think that they will win over in that league at both levels again. 10U team, not a lot of shakeup here. Hartford Hurricanes, number 1. I think anytime Division 1 team make it to Florida, they're going to stay number 1 until somebody beat them. You and I have already said there's a big difference between D1 and D2, even locally. It's a level of speed that tends to differ between the elites at those levels. At number 2, I'm going to go with the Stratford Renegades. Ain't nobody beat them. They deserve to be number 2. They represented Florida. At number 3, they've been very impressive. They've been calling Hartford out. I'm not going to engage in no back and forth conversation. It's the Danbury Trojans calling people saying that we scared because they play our other 10U team and not ours. But the Danbury Trojans, I'm going to give them the number 3 spot. They had 2 impressive wins, one against New Haven, one against New Britain. I'll give them props on that. At 4, I'm going to go with the East Bay Warriors out of Rhode Island. These boys are balling, Tito.
Well, they got 2 impressive wins. Didn't they knock off Edgewood in one of those wins?
Knocked off Edgewood.
Yeah.
They knocked off one of the biggest. Listen, Edgewood, if they were in any other league, would be Division 1 and one of the most competitive D1 programs in our region. And they're in Division 2 playing in a small pond. They got slapped up by the little dogs. I think, and Mark constantly tell us this, they may be the smallest town in New England per capita. Right? So, I mean, East Bay, you got to give them props. I played them. They were impressive. They got a kid. I don't know if he's 20 or 21. They got 2 kids, actually. But one of those kids, man, he get to it. He get to it. He can move, man. He was popping touchdowns and we was watching him play. Go ahead.
Hold on. Cuddy. Who Lawrence beat in the first 2 games of the year? Because that's not the first time I'm hearing people keep saying about Lawrence. We might be sleeping on that situation. What we got to look at this.
Regardless, Lawrence won't beat Hartford. They won't beat Manchester. They won't beat Bloomfield. They won't beat Milford. Maybe they'll beat Drake, but they got to do it before we move Drake. They're the defending champs.
There you go.
Right?
There's your answer.
Maybe they'll beat Drake, but they got to do it. But Alicia just said number 20. His name is number 20, Max Moore. Shout out to Max Moore from East Bay.
For those that don't know, East Bay, I believe, is out of the Bristol, Warren, Newport area. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong. That's Bristol, Warren, and Newport, I believe, is what makes up East Bay over there. It's Newport, Rhode Island, that way.
And yo, listen, T, I'm going to tell you what I think helps make them special. And I'm not going to try to get too religious, right? But they come and, you know, I'm a believer in prayer. And they come and they pray and they stick together and they believe in the message that their coaches is telling them. They believe in the message that's being preached. They believe in that. And I've said this to you before, bro. That sometimes you see something special around a team, like a glow. And I've said this to you, and I know it sometimes go over people's head, but I think when God blesses a team to come together in certain ways, they're special. I do think that they could represent Division II at 10U. That's just my opinion. I'm Jose, what up, Jose? That's just my opinion, and I could be wrong, but they'll have to get by Edgewood again. It was a dog fight, but I think if they get by them, they'll be tough for anybody to beat. But anyway, let's keep going. And that 10U, this should be higher. This should be higher, but I got to keep them there because everybody above deserve their rightful place. 10U, the number 15 in the region, is Mount Hope. Game of the week. Number 1 team, Hartford Hurricanes, against the number 5 team, Mount Hope Cowboys. That's going to be a game. Niche, what up? That's going to be a dog fight. Mount Hope, Hartford. This is the first time Hartford will be going into Mount Hope playing a football game since about 2017. I actually has never coached in Mount Hope, believe it or not.
They've been playing that field for years. What are you talking about?
No, we have not. We went there one time and some BS happened. We didn't get to play. This is our first time being able to play a game in Mount Hope. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the energy. I'm looking forward to polying with, the Perrys and their hospitality. I know they're going to have the grill. I got to talk to you. We're going to get some chicken done up. They're going to cook it on this, they do the grill on the side. They feed everybody. They do it up right. Trust me, man. They do got a concessions and all that, but this will be our first time the program is pulling up in Mount Hope, top to bottom. We've never done that. Just Hartford and Mount Hope, good football on a day. So if you want, come out, come in peace. Let's have some fun, watch good football, and it's going to be 2 of the top programs in New England banging out all day. You really don't want to miss those type of days. It's going to be around 70 to 75 degrees, perfect football weather, all sunny. It's at Hope High School in Rhode Island.
It's beautiful. I like the setup over there. I know people have complained about. It's got an old school vibe. It's got definitely a Providence vibe to it. Like I went to college in New London, so I spent some time in Providence, like clubbing and stuff. It's really got a Providence vibe. That situation they have over there for their playing facility. It's kind of dope.
9U, we got to keep the Boston Raiders on top, even though they had a good game. Versus Mount Hope, word Tito was they went in the halftime down 7-0, end up winning 19-7. I believe that's what I read, and that's what somebody hit me up and told me. So, shout out to the Boston Raiders for fighting back, showing adversity. Hampton Hurricanes, you guys will remain number 2. You're the defending regional champions, just like every other region. You got to show them respect. I don't really think they played a worthy opponent yet. They are who they got this weekend.
Well, they played New Britain last week. They beat New Britain.
No, they beat New Britain last week.
No, at 9U. Oh, that was week 1. No.
Oh no, I was talking to you.
Yeah, I'm talking about 9U.
I thought Hamden got Hamden got New Haven this week at 9U.
Right.
That should be a decent game. We'll see how they do against New Haven. That should be a decent game.
New Haven's 2-0. They got some players. They got a couple players on that team.
Yeah. So Boston Raiders, you're number 1. Hamden Hurricanes, you're number 2. The Hartford Hurricanes, to me, the black horse in it all. You're the 3rd ranked team in New England. To me, one of the top running backs, couple of the top running backs.
Well, they got to knock off one of the two, though. When do they play the Raiders and when do they play Hamden? Do we even got Hamden on the schedule?
Both of them is later in the year. I don't think we got the Division 2 team on the schedule. I had Mount Hope, but Mount Hope took an L. And it was to the Boston Raiders, so I'm not going to drop them far because they was up, which tells you they're a good team. But I'm going to leapfrog Bill Ricker. I don't know what Bill Ricker doing. I got to start looking at the rankings over there. But I'm going to leapfrog and go with Bill Ricker at 4 and keep Mount Hope at number 5, Tito. That's what we're doing. And at 8U, rankings, all of these, I believe, will remain the same. Hartford Hurricanes, number 1, West Haven. Number 2, Bloomfield Junior Warhawks, undefeated, Tito. Number 3, Mount Hope, I think they won as well. Number 4, and I'm going to stay with the Edgewood Eagles. That's your rankings. We'll put them up. That is your rankings for the New England Pop Warner. We do got to eventually get in some national rankings because the number 1 team in the nation, the NEO Flight, Tito, they got beat by a powerhouse, the Ginn Elite, out of AYF. And typically you don't drop, but whenever you take a loss, you have to drop. So the Firecats will jump into the number 1 spot, Tito, at 12U. At 12U on the national rankings, and our national rankings will be released next week. We're going to rank the 14U team starting next week. I got a lot of stuff in my inbox. We're going to put out brand new rankings. We can't do it weekly. We don't get enough information, so we'll do it every 3 weeks. Sometimes it's 4 weeks, depending on where they start, but it's our 3rd week. So national rankings is coming out next week. I got a lot of intel. The group got a lot of intel. I'm hearing some new names out there, Tito, especially from the Chicagoland, the region of some new ballers and some new players out there.
You see, I think Webb's back with the Junior Celtics.
No, he's not. His son play. I talked to him. His son plays. He's just watching his son. He is not back with the Junior Celtics. They don't really got a team, I don't believe, that's going to compete nationally, the Junior Celtics this year. They got some good football. They always have good football. But from what I heard, they're not going to, not from Webb, but from what I heard.
This? Hold on. Somebody's questioning.
How we 5th? Laugh out loud. Mount Hope got a loss. Who lost? What level did Mount Hope lose to?
He must be West Elmwood. Is he from West Elmwood? He's 401.
Where did Mount Hope didn't lose on
this AU, I believe he's talking about.
I thought Mount Hope won. Did they lose? But West Elmwood don't have an AU. Are the ranks based on Central Connecticut Pop Warner rankings, or are you guys personally? I don't know what personally mean. Ain't nothing personally about us. We're not emotional over here. It's not ranked on Central Connecticut Pop Warner at all. Bill Ricker from Northeast Mass. New Haven Stillers from Southern Connecticut. Stratford was from Southern Connecticut. Milford's from Southern Connecticut. Drake is from Northeast Mass. Edgewood is from Risma. Has nothing to do with Southern Connecticut Pop Warner. Mount Hope at 8U lost week 1. Okay, so the Edgewood's going to jump them, and we got to find a 15. Thanks for the information. I think you're right. I think Bloomfield did beat them. So we'll keep Mount Hope number 2 number 5, or we got to find a new. We'll look into who the 15 is. We'll make that change. $27 zip. Stratford. Yup, Stratford 12U did win, but I know Ty Carter's begging to be stating he will win Division 2 automatically. As I told Ty Carter, and I'll say it top, until he has to be Edgewood or Manchester to me. Those were the 2 teams that was around. Edgewood is the defending regional 2-time champs. They're not an easy win. I know they might think they are over in Stratford, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't think that's an easy win for anybody to topple Edgewood Eagles. They're going to be tough to beat at that level. No matter what you say now, you got to get on the field and you got to play against them, and that's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, Tito, in my opinion, to topple the Edgewood Eagles at that level. I think they're going to be tough to beat. I don't think they're going to be easy. All right, so anyway, Tito, that's your rankings, brother. That's what we got. Thoughts? Want to add anything? I think that's pretty
good. I'm good. I'm ready for the topics, bro, because some of this stuff got to be addressed.
I'm going to let you start the topics off. Go ahead.
No, you got to state the bullets so you know what we're talking about.
I'm going to post them. Hold on. I got to write it out. Go ahead. You can say it, brother. I got to find it. I got it on my phone.
I forgot how I said it. I forgot how I said it. Topic? Bro, I was telling you I was on the road at work, dog. Hey.
All right. Well, one topic is, are you ready? This is going to get people emotional. The first topic we're going to discuss out there, and I want all the input from everybody, is hyping up a game, but yet your kids are the ones that got to fight and live through that hype. Tito, I'm going to turn it over to you, and then I'll opine.
Yeah, I mean,
let's just go.
At the end of the day, the checks you adults and fans and coaches, the checks y'all write with your mouth, the kids got to cash at the end of the day, win or lose. You know what I'm saying? The youth space was never intended for this to become like an East Coast, West Coast battle rap scene, bro. And that's the vibe I'm starting to get. Like, we got too many people looking to make this about them without just doing the work. You know, enjoy your time here, put in the work. If your body of work will speak for itself. You don't need to look for relevance through social media. And I think that's where a lot of our space has got twisted up. It's too many people have access to, at the end of the day, it's a 12, 13-year-old, 11-year-old, 10-year-old, 8-year-old, 9-year-old game. The kids got to answer for all of that. And then there is a level of emotion in football, and just things go left quick, especially in our area. People don't know how to take it, period. And then it affects the game, and it affects the leagues, and it affects having these big moments. Let the kids handle it on the field. If you want to go scout a team, go scout the team. Try not to be noticed. I was telling Phil earlier, every time I go scout a game, I know it's harder for us not to be noticed. But it's not like we're going there looking to be noticed or looking to be seen, or even looking to be chopped up. Even trying to be chop it up. Like, we're there for a reason. We're there for a reason. It's not to socialize. Usually we're there checking out whoever our opponent is. We're not there to socialize. But my point is, if you're going to go scout somebody, and I hate using the word I'm not going to use that word. Do it in a quiet manner. Like, go watch the game, get the data you need, go home. It ain't for you to be drawing with kids. It ain't for you to drawing with their fans. It ain't to do that. It's that the point is not to do that. The point is to prepare your team to play the game the following week. Not go over there and look to be seen. And, oh, everybody see me. Look who's here. That corny shit. That shit corny, man. It's corny. Like, it's corny at the end of the day.
So I just need people to understand that no matter how brolic Coach Phil acts on the field, we have this mythical thought process that our kids take on our demeanor. That's not what the saying meant when they said the team takes on the demeanor of the coach, the old slogan, right? What that really meant, Tito, was this. If Phil is an X's and O's coach, and I work on the little things in the X's and O's, it translates to the field, Tito, and you can tell Phil is working on the little things.
Right.
If Phil was showing up the games and winging it and making up plays, guess what, Tito? When my team take the field, you will see my team look like they're making stuff up on the fly. It was never meant if I act tough, then my team will act tough.
Your team's going to have to cash that check. Your team's gonna have to cash that
That's
check.
not how it works.
Right. That's not
I'm
how
gonna
it
give you an
works.
example.
Your team's gonna have to cash that check.
Tito, let's not say no names. I know a lot of teams that let's take a team like New Haven and Hartford. We show up, and there's a level of respect that's given to New Haven and Hartford because it says New Haven and Hartford. Sometimes we don't even have to do anything to garner that respect, Tito, other than the fact that we got the program across our chest. That alone, Tito, when you walk in with the hoodie you got on right now, that alone says, damn, they're coming with some right? There's other teams that have to show and make you think the respect that they already done gave New Haven and Hartford because of the name. So they got to come in and they got to do all of the other antics. And they're doing it to make the other team think they're tough as the respect that they gave to someone else. And that's a real thing, right? It's teams that's trying to garner the respect. And I oftentimes, Tito, don't like having Bill Ricker and Lawrence this week. That's the game of the week. The biggest week in the year of the week in Northeast Mass. I agree. That's going to say a lot. But let me keep going. I don't think people – see, I'm going to give you an example. I try not to go back and forth with people like Ty Carter, with people that have no vested interest in a program.
Well, that was the next part of the conversation.
No. I know, but I try not to go back and forth with people that have team interests because I don't have team interests. When I talk, every single time I talk, I'm talking about the Hartford Hurricanes as a program. I'm not talking about 10U. I'm not talking about 13U. Or I'm not talking about 12U or 8U or 9U, which is all undefeated, by the way, right? I ain't talking about that because other programs don't have that across the board, right? Other programs will come and talk about one team. And they say, Phil, but yo, I'm going to beat this game. I don't care about that. I'm talking about the program, top to bottom, when the Hartford Hurricanes show up. So it's not, I don't have to talk tough. There won't be a field this year in which the Hartford Hurricanes show up and we don't leave with at least 4 wins. I'm telling you right now, it will not happen. Top to bottom, and we're the only program in New England that can put their stamp on that. Now, I could say, it could sound like I'm talking tough, but Tito, I'm not. I'm talking facts. Look at week 1. Look at week 2. Then compare it to everybody else. And so I don't like talking because it all
we're in week 4. We're in week 4. Everybody else is in week 3.
We're in week 3.
We're in week 4.
Oh, we're in week 4. Right, we're in week 4. We started in New Jersey. Right. But even out there, Tito, remember, we played league champions from a whole nother Pop Warner league, and we left 4-1. We left 4-1. Right? And so it to the masses, it sounds arrogant. But to those that know, it's not arrogance. I'm saying we're building up a program. We're not building up a team. I'm not getting guys in here that's looking to be great this year and then jump out and then leave with the harness saying I was the greatest, right? That's not what we're looking to do. And so the pumping up, listen, we got to be able to blow these games up. Listen, I'm going to give an example. Let's just rip this. There's no beef between the Hartford Hurricane coaches and the Bloomfield coaches. How often do you talk to Trevor, the president of Bloomfield?
Every day, pretty much.
There's no beef between the Hartford Hurricane coaches and Bloomfield coaches, right? There's no beef. I'm not worried. I have no fear that the Hartford Hurricane coaches or that Bloomfield coach is going to come into the cage and act up. I don't fear that. But number one, not saying they're suckers or none of that. I'm not none of that corny shit. But it ain't no beef. I'm at 10U. Aaron Kennedy at 10U. Me and Aaron Kennedy say what up all the time. He's always at my brother's house. I ain't beefing with him, right? I ain't beefing with Aaron Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? So there's no beef between the coaching staffs, right? Now, there may be said words that may give off the impression to the masses that there's beef. But I can almost guarantee you this, that the Bloomfield 13U kids do not feel nothing that you see online towards the Hartford Hurricane kids. Why would they harness a deep-rooted something for a group of kids that they didn't play against, that haven't said anything to them. You'd be a fool, Tito, on week 4 of our schedule. Week 4, but week 3, but week 4, to have your team thinking about a team 3 weeks ago down the line and start to harness that energy, and you revamp your focus on that. You'd be a fool. You're not locked in. You're not locked in. Bro, I don't lock. I lock in on a team one week. When somebody called me and said, "Yo, this team says so and so said y'all scared, y'all won't play them." LOL. Text. I lock in. I gotta concentrate on Mount Hope. That's what's before me. They're a good football team at 10U. That's what's before me. That's what I concentrate on. I block out the noise. So what we got to do is we have to understand when we're pumping up these games and we're talking junk to the coach, it's cool and it's fun. And I know we get our online gig, but be careful about the check you write for your kids. Because what some coaches will do, and I've done this, I'm a victim of it. I ain't above.
Look for a reason. Look for a reason to raise your level. Look for a reason.
Lock in a little bit more. They will lock in a little bit more, Tito. And when they get a chance to stump you into the ground.
No, they make it bulletin board material.
And they start stumping. You know what happened, Tito? The truth of the matter is they should not stump you into the ground. They should say, you know what? I knew y'all couldn't beat me, but let me take my foot off the gas. So now who starts to take the brunt of that stump? When I'm feeding my top dog running back, and your kids really don't want to make the tackle because we see it, but he's keep getting the ball. Your kids is getting hit. They coming up slower and slower, knowing your kids scared. You know who starts to eat the stuff you said online? Your players. That's what starts to happen. Now, I've done that before and then started to feel bad and then turned the dial all the way down. Like, I've been across going, yo, F this coach. He says some bad stuff online. You know, that's when I wasn't working on my mental and emotional and my
your emotional intelligence.
More the spiritual side of me, right? Like I really, you know, my man Larry, if you watch it, shout Larry. My man Larry just became a pastor. I told him I'm gonna come to his church. The spiritual side, you know, I try to start embracing that more. Right. And so, like, I start to feel bad because I'm saying to myself, yo, Phil, you beating these dudes by 30. You think you're making a statement to that coach. These kids don't even know that you feel like that about the coach. Kids have no clue. Right. And so as we pump these games up, some of y'all better realize, look, if you believe that you can handle it and your kids can handle it,
the body of work will speak for itself.
Keep going. But you write a check and you ask that other young man to take it to the bank. And he walk inside the bank, Tito, and they go, this check is bouncing. You wrote a check that he got to cash. And a lot of y'all put your kids in unfair advantages because your kids is not built up for how y'all say they are. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think there's one of our coaches that talk junk to other coaches.
I know.
I see posts. I see ridicule.
Nah, we all be shooting. I mean, cats be shooting sometimes. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
No, we don't, bro. We respond.
I don't shoot, but I see some of our guys shooting, bro. Sometimes. I don't. I don't ever know who starts it. It's just I don't even engage in it. To be honest with you, like I
don't. I'm just saying that we have to understand. And look, it was.
When I was younger, I'll be on my Floyd shit talking crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, but
that'll work against you. That'll work against you sometimes, bro. It works against you. Like the football guys don't agree with you when you acting like that.
Look
at least in my experience.
Look what happens in the All-Star game. People disappear, bro. Like, people fade to black, like Jay-Z on his last album. Wasn't his last, but said it was his last, right? They fade to black. You don't want to be the one that put yourself out there. You just don't.
Let your body of work speak for itself. I mean, at the end of the day, your body of work will speak for itself. The other problem is like what Ty does within the last hour, where everybody's looking for relevance. Again, your kids are going to have to cash that check. You out there saying, oh, look at me, look at me, look at me. Now people looking at you. Don't go drop a game because now people are going to be talking about it and all that. And we've seen that spiral on people too. Like, I don't understand. When did this become about that? You know what I'm saying? Look at me. Look what I'm doing.
Listen,
like
what Ty Carter's going to tell
I rather.
He first of all, who said? He said, "Oh, everybody up here was saying he can't coach." Who have ever talked about?
I don't know. He's looking for self-motivation, bro. Self-motivation. You know, he's looking for a reason to try to raise his game.
I told Ty on Facebook, when you was in Pop Warner, you didn't win. I don't know what he did in FYFL or Fairfield County.
I don't pay attention.
But when he was in Pop Warner, he didn't win. So if somebody said that, it was based on that. It wasn't based on his knowledge of football, because he wasn't around. When the last Ty Carter ain't been in Pop Warner since when? Ty, when the last time you been in Pop Warner?
2010.
Right, you haven't been in Pop Warner in 15 years. So
or maybe 2012.
Nobody was being representative.
Well, when I was in East Hartford, that happened 11, 12, somewhere in there.
It wasn't representative of his current knowledge. That's my point. It was representative of his body of work in Pop Warner, of those that knew it. I think that's what was being said. There was nobody saying today he don't know what he's doing. Don't nobody know his level of knowledge. He better not come with that Notre Dame offense. I can tell you that. That Notre Dame offense ain't going to work, because Notre Dame ain't going to be there in the end. But anyway, Tito, next topic. What was it? It was this, right?
This, then we... I thought we had the bullet points, bro. There was one more.
I did. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm not gonna tell you what happened. I had them written down. It was scripted out. I went to post it. I deleted it, but I never posted it. I don't think I posted it, and so I lost the bullet point. Let me see. I think I lost the damn bullet point, bro. I did. I lost the bullet point. Let me see. I lost the bullet. Anyway, that don't even matter. Let's keep going around the second point. The second point is, it's okay for teams to look to be noticed. Because, I mean, the rankings make it fun. Let's be honest. The National Pop Warner rankings
it's supposed to be fun, but you know, every week we get messages or messenger about, oh, you forgot. Dude, we don't always get it right. We go on information where we able to gather. It's not like all you guys. It's not like all you guys. It's not like all you guys post your scores like Central. Central posts everything. I believe is fine. Correct?
Schedule. Yeah,
every week is fine. Nobody else is like that.
No, they hide it. It ain't gonna matter, because Central's
we
gonna
go
win
off of our network. We go off of our network of people, and our network is longer than most between both of us. Our network goes a long, long way, across the country. So we base it on the information we get. You guys don't put the information out. We can't get the accurate information. So then we're left to look at last year's rankings and hear what we're hearing this year, and somewhere in the middle come up with the closest thing we can to being educated.
Central going to win most of the championships, Nate. I stand on that. We're winning 13U D1. Y'all got a shot at 12U. 11U, Division 1, going to go to Southern. Everything else going to Central. Division 2, 13U. Who we got at 13U?
Milford or Stratford.
We got Mount Hope. We'll see what happened. 12U, D2. They got Stratford. We got Manchester.
Who they got to deal with? Northeast? Who they got to deal with?
Yeah, that'll be the run that level last year was Risma. That'll be Risma. That'll be Risma. 11U. Division 2. I don't know 11U D2 teams. Who? D2 11U. I don't know. I think that's open.
No, that's gonna be West Haven.
West Haven.
I don't know.
West Haven probably got that on lock. 10U D2.
Northeast. There's gonna have to be somebody in Northeast.
Somebody out of Northeast. We don't know, but we we'll have to let that play out to see.
But who do we got 11U D2 over here in Central? Who do we got?
11U D2. We only got Manchester. Waterbury. We got Waterbury. Waterbury could win
Division at D2.
At D1. We don't got at D2. We don't really. I think we only really got Manchester at D2. At 10U, obviously we got Hartford in D1 and Mount Hope in D2. So that's pretty good shot. And then at 9U, I think Hamden is favorite, but you got Mount Hope. And then you got Hartford in D1. You got Boston Raiders in Central. Like I said, Central will. I'm betting that Central, when it's done, from 13U to 8U, Division I, Division II, Central will take most of those championships. We'll have when it's on the numbers, Central will take the most. I could be wrong, like we said.
I don't know, JB. Our schedule at 12U, I don't think we get a week off. Every week we playing somebody.
JB, by far, Hartford has the hardest 12U schedule. The hardest schedules. That was done on purpose. Hartford has the hardest schedule. Yeah, by far. I think we have New Haven, got Stratford.
I know my division 12. That's why I always like 12, the 12-year-old division.
Britain,
yeah.
All of the dogs.
Manchester, Bloomfield, Stratford, New Haven. And we play them consecutive. From this week on, I mean, even from week one, I mean, our week 2, y'all week 1, we had New Britain, Waterbury.
We don't really have no Division 2 teams. We don't really have no D2 teams. I would love West Haven's not good at 12U. I think West Haven's 11U team is the good team.
Yeah, they're good at
their 11U team is the good team, Nate. But anyway, Tito, let me say this. I want to say something. I want to say something, and I'm not about to get political with y'all, but I do want to say something, Tito, because I don't think that they know this. I'm not saying whether you happy or sad. I don't give a damn. Let me say this. Somebody got shot today, Tito, for how they think. You and I go places, Tito, and people don't know this. And I've talked to you about this. We talk, and other people around us know. And we get into back and forths with guys online that we never know, just for our ideas. If you out there and you don't agree with what we say, cool. You don't have to approach us. You don't have to expect us to come say hi or even say hi to us.
Not at all.
I done had arguments with people I've never met in my life because of something I said on a podcast, because of a ranking I gave or a football thought I got. Yo, that's wild money. We're all in this youth football community. Tito, y'all don't see no ads get ran here. We ain't getting paid. This is off of our pocket. We pay for the software. We pay for the lights here that y'all can't see. We pay for the computers, the brand new iMacs and the microphone setup. We pay for all of that, and we don't got no sponsors, bro. Trust me, we ain't capping for the internet. This is how we feel. If you don't like it, so what? You don't have to like it. But don't approach me or that man with what you don't like. That's on you. Please, if you don't like it, man, just stay away. That's cool.
Here we go. JB with the emotional response. Here we go. With the emotional response.
Stratford don't make Hartford the toughest schedule. What are you talking about?
Forget it. He missed the point, dude.
Stratford
there we go. Prime example.
I don't really give a damn. Y'all ain't winning no game on a day either, so you can take that to the bank either. Now, how you feel about that? I know you don't like that. Hartford, y'all ain't gonna win this week or the following week, so you're gonna take a double L. Hartford and New Haven gonna slap y'all. 0-2. How about that? Go ahead, replay that. But yo, I'm serious, Tito. Like, yo, sometimes, bro, like I have to say this. I ain't been wanting to say it, but yo, it's dudes that be upset, really upset. And have approached me.
Again.
I walked on the field one day where somebody was like, real Phil, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm like, yo, dog. I said, yo, what are you talking? He's like, yo, I'm just saying.
Yo, everybody wants to be.
I didn't know him.
Everybody wants to be that. That's what I'm talking about.
I didn't know this man, though. And this
everybody
man
wanted to be relevant.
I had never met the man. Yo, it's be relevant. Like, I don't care.
Right, but that's your body of work. My point is your body of work will make you relevant. If you're doing good work, if you're doing extraordinary work, people will take notice. Like, they will take notice. There's always young guys coming along, and I'll be telling you, like, yo, you might want to watch this dude. Like Jordan Luck, for instance. I was one of the first ones to say, like, yo, this young dude know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if you putting in the work, it's gonna be recognized. If you put in the work, it's gonna be recognized. You don't need to seek the attention at all.
Yo, look, y'all
look how many people know. For instance, look how many people.
And I was just talking to JB. I was joking, Nate. I was joking, Ty. Most people.
I can't see none.
Guys are too emotional. Just, I don't know. Like, yo, that is like week 6. JB ain't thinking about Hartford. Hartford ain't thinking about Stratford. I can promise you. Okay, calm down. Damn. All I gotta do is make y'all mad enough to mention me once, and then I'm boosted. Don't get baited, fellas.
No,
that's true.
We learn better than that.
That's called trolling. Look, a lot of y'all do troll. I'm gonna be honest. I know y'all know this. I barely respond. People call. Listen, there's a team over at AYF. I'm not even gonna give them the clout to say their name. Every post I post, Tito, they say, "Come play us." And my team, come play us. Come play us. Like they troll every post I post, bro. Like every post I post, they say that. Come play us. Come play us. Every single time. I get the trolling. Like it don't bother me. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Jerry Jones. If you're talking about the Hartford Hurricanes even negatively, it's kind of good for us. But I like the marketing. A lot of people can't handle it. So when I wake up and I see a subliminal Hartford Hurricane post and I'm getting text messages, yo, Phil, so-and-so up there posted last night about the Hartford Hurricanes. I ain't about to go say nothing. I feel good inside. A lot of y'all got to start to feel like that. Because what happens is that's marketing for your program. You listen, 99% of the times, it's not going to be violence over this youth football stuff. Now, we got to protect the 1%. We've been lucky in New England, Tito. But 99% of the times, if you never respond to the people that mention your program, you just get a couple points and then you let it go.
I just think we got to get back to that space, man, because you see too many, like the thing you posted earlier in the week, you see too many incidents where how do things get that far? I'm going to tell you how they get that far. When people are bantering that have nothing to do with the on-the-field product. That's how it gets that far.
That's what it was, Tito. Talk about it. Team moms. Talk about it.
Is this team moms?
Parents. We were talking about the coaches. Emotional attachment. I got it.
Yeah, the emotional attachment.
Parents have to this game, and they embed themselves emotionally to a game that got nothing to do with them.
And make it like it's a beef type shit. I mean, I seen it yesterday.
The game has nothing to do with you. This past weekend, you had a parent feel like they could jump a field and try to strike a kid. You got nothing to do with the game. What are you doing? Yeah, you have not parents. You got nothing. You should not be emotionally invested other than making sure your child is successful. They're learning the game of football. That is the success. Then there is no. This is not basketball, parents. Your child ain't winning every football game they play. This ain't basketball.
Part of the problem
ain't no high school team going 82-0 like HPHS did back in the day.
Social media gave everybody a voice, even people that didn't deserve a voice in this space. And I've said this many a times before. Look how many people that done all these things that I'm talking about when they come here with the look at me, look what we're doing. How many of them dudes?
Glad.
Look,
he had 3 guys beat up a coach here in Tampa during the game.
Yeah, I think that's the one we saw the video of. But what I'm trying to say is, how many of these people we seen come talk all this nonsense, create this hype around them, and be gone the very next year, nowhere to be found, because that shit don't fly, that don't sustain. Nobody wants to have that in their program. Nobody wants to be associated with those type of people. Do the work, make the product great. You'll be recognized. Trust me, if the product's right, you'll be recognized. The space has suffered because there ain't too many real coaches left. I'm gonna just come out and say it. It's not. It's a lot of dads involved. It's a lot of dudes that got no business coaching football teams, and it's hurting the overall ecosystem. Trust me when I tell you, The days of all the dudes like when we came up with them guys that were just coaching to be coaching, had no kids involved, no vested interest, just the fact that they love coaching football, teaching football. That's what it was supposed to be about. About the people putting in the work, not all the hype that comes with it and gives everybody an option to talk and chime in and state their opinion. Some of y'all aren't educated enough on the game to state your opinion. Just shut the fuck up, like straight up, because a lot of y'all don't know what the fuck you talking about. I'm gonna just keep it 100 at all, at no level.
Hey, Meech, I agree. This space sometimes parents. Let me tell y'all something. This space sometimes get weird for coaches, and for presidents, it get even weirder. Like, do y'all know what it's like? Like, I don't think y'all know. Sometimes we be wanting to quit. Like, I don't think y'all know presidents be wanting to just say F it, and then we think if we leave. And you got 150 to 250 kids that just, if I quit today, they'll have nothing to do for the next 6-7 weeks. It'll be mayhem. The program will try to pick itself up. It may fall apart. Y'all may go, yo, you can leave. There's people that'll rebound, whatever. Y'all don't know the conscience that falls on a coach, that falls on a president, because y'all have this overarching desire because you're upset with something that happened on the field. Parents, I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. I'm going to help y'all out right now. I want all the parents to watch this. Do me a favor. Y'all see me? Pay attention to me. Listen, there's going to come a time if your child is playing football that some kid is going to do something on the field to your child. It's going to be very disrespectful. They may kick them late. They may take a swing at them. They may spit on them. They may grab their face mask and slam them. If your child get up and your child, let's say he beat the kid up, or him and the kid start swinging punches and they both get ejected. Let me tell you the life lesson that football teaches us, so you don't have to get emotionally invested. You can sit back. 1, your child did what you taught him to do. He protected himself. You teach your child to protect themselves. This young man disrespected him or did something outside of football. Okay, your child did what he did and he fought back. We don't advocate fighting in football, but let's say your child fought back. Threw a couple punches. I never understand why kids throw haymakers with people that got on helmets. They're going to break their hand, but let's say they did it. No real harm. Nobody got hurt. They got broken up. Then both kids get suspended. Shut your damn mouth. Let them get suspended. Let me tell you why. In life, since football mimics life, you're going to make decisions. You're going to be able to make decisions that protect what you feel is your creed and your standard. And that's okay. But there are always going to be consequences to your actions. Let us teach your child that with the game of football. He's 11, he's 12, he's 13, he's 10, he's 9. Let him get suspended for the rest of this game and next game. You can look at your son and say, son, I'm glad that you protected yourself. Don't ever let nobody kick you. Don't ever let nobody hit. Don't ever let nobody spin you. Don't ever let nobody do X, Y, Z. However, son, I do need to teach you something else. To every action, there's a reaction. You're always going to be held accountable for your actions. So thank you for protecting yourself. I appreciate it. However, football says when you fight, you get kicked out, you get suspended. See, most of y'all, you know what y'all do? Y'all start looking at people like me as the president or some other president, and y'all start ridiculing him because y'all mind says to y'all, because you're looking at it from the lens of a parent, because now you're emotionally invested, which you shouldn't be, that we just said. And so what you start to do is you start to say stupid stuff like, come on, man, look at that. My child shouldn't be kicked out. No, your child should be kicked out. Your child had a right to fight back. Yes, that's also true. But also true, in the game of football, from youth football to college football to the NFL, your child deserved to be kicked out. You know why you need to let him go through that process? So when he's in high school, in Notre Dame, Syracuse, Penn State, Alabama, and Michigan at his game, and they want looking at your son, and they want a young man that can control himself, and I have taught him and put him aside at youth football when he got kicked out and said, listen, This is like basketball. Now you take a charge and they act like they hit you and you fall out and they give you the charge and the other dude like, I didn't even touch him. Guess what you do next time somebody push you? Flop. Fall on the ground. Act like you're hurt. They gonna go, beep, number 12, you're ejected. The kid gonna go, damn, I barely touched him. You get up, laugh, and run back to the huddle like you do in the basketball game. And Penn State and them gonna go, wow, that's a young man that can control himself. You'll never know that it was Coach Phil that told him to act like that instead of throwing a punch back to act tough. But that right there can change the trajectory of a kid's life and the trajectory of a last name financially, because that kid could go to the NFL. It's us coaches that can do little things like that. That'll change the trajectory of a life. But some of y'all parents don't let us because you're emotional and you're emotionally invested and you're thinking the street code. The street code.
Here's the other thing. Here was the other bullet point. It came to me now. When you decide to let yourself become a volunteer, and I hate using that word too, a volunteer for an organization. Well, let's just make it clear. A coach, a team mom, team manager. You want to be involved with the board of directors, whatever the case may be. When you decide to do that and you volunteer to put your name to that, you are now subject to all the shit that comes with that. People looking into your background, watching how you're acting in public when you ain't in a football setting. If you're at the grocery store and you're shit-faced drunk and you're flopping around, being obnoxious, you gave people the right, when you put your name out there, to be just a public figure, period. Volunteer, coach, team mom, whatever. People are allowed to go into your background and find out whatever they need to about you. You put yourself in that space. So you being out in public acting like a complete fucking idiot buffoon at a football game that you probably shouldn't be at, or you should just be there collecting data. You've now opened up the gates of hell to yourself for people to find out who you really are. And there's people out here that are going to find out who you really are. And those are things I don't think we take into consideration before we go online and start letting the world know we're here. Like, some of y'all should be a little more mindful of it. You know what I'm saying? Be more mindful of it. Because when you let yourself become a public figure, people are allowed to check into whatever they want to about you. And you can't get mad about it. You put yourself in that predicament. Just be careful. I'm trying to give y'all the jewels. Just be careful. Watch how you move. There's a way to move in this space, just like the street. There's a way to move. Know how to move. You know what I'm saying? Know how to move.
So, parents, I'm going to ask y'all to do me a favor. Try to not be so emotionally invested in the game. The coaches are going to be emotionally invested. I know I am. This football game,
I mean, you can't coach the game without emotion.
I told y'all, parents, your coach that you may be calling sorry, that you don't think can coach, that you think is bad, he stays up at nights before games. He doesn't eat. He probably wake up at 5:30 before a championship game and he's pooping. He can't function until after that game. Don't let it be regional championship or Florida deciding or North Carolina deciding game. You can hang it up. He may not sleep all weekend. And if he lose, he ain't sleeping for the following week. Parents, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what goes on. I'm telling you the truth. These coaches is not going to admit it, but coach ain't getting no rest before game. Parents, I want y'all to do me a favor. On this Tuesday or tomorrow's Thursday, I want you to go up and talk to the coach and joke with him. I want you to look at his demeanor, fill his demeanor out, and see how he react. Then I want you to do me a favor. 10 minutes before game time, I want you to go right back up to that coach and say the same thing you said on Thursday. I bet you don't get the same reaction. 10 minutes before game time this weekend, say exactly the same thing you said on Thursday at practice to the coach 10 minutes before game time. See if you get the laughy, jokey coach. The happy coach. Nah, you know what you're going to get? All right, he's on. He's locked in. He ain't got time to think about what you're saying. He don't care about what you're saying. He don't care none of that.
Time to play for everything.
And if it's regional championship, miss, just stay away from him. Just stay away from him. If it's championship, stay away from him. Y'all don't understand that part. It's something that goes into this emotionally, mentally. And so when y'all hear coaches ridiculing your kids, shut your ass up. Let him do it. He earned the right to talk to your child like that. He showed up at practice. He's trying to make your child better. He said it nice to him. Son, you got to block right. Johnny, you have to block right. Son, little Johnny, you got to block right. Little Johnny, you got to... God damn it, little Johnny, block right, God damn it. And then you get emotional. I done told him 5 times quietly. You didn't hear that. You only heard me say, God damn it, little Johnny, block right. Oh, you know my son don't got a father. You got to watch how you talk to him. Shorty, get your son and leave. Because you don't want him to learn how to actually play this game of football. Sometimes we got to shell shock the kids to get them to do what we want. Ask your coach. Sometimes your coach got to talk loud and say a loud curse word, and the kids go, block right. Okay, coach. Then they do it right. And you know what? In practice, the counter play looks like the greatest thing in sliced bread. The guy pulls and he does a kick out. The other guy gets the ball. He goes running down the field. And you go, damn it, I've been asking the kid to do the same thing 12 times. But it wasn't until I screamed, even though it made mom mad. It wasn't until I screamed till they did the play. Y'all have to understand that's a part of the game that y'all would never know. I'm telling you the game so that maybe you can give leeway. Maybe when somebody lose a game, they're not sorry. Maybe the other team was just better in 40 minutes. The best team don't always win in football. Y'all realize that. Parents, the best team don't always win. Because your son lost a football game doesn't mean that the other team was better. It means that they're better right now, today, in that 40 minutes.
We got it.
That's it. That's it. We missed that fucking point. Go ahead.
I want to answer Halves' question. Throw up Halves' dialogue right there.
This message falling on deaf ears. Some of these parents can give a F less than what y'all saying. Once they've made up their mind to be cancerous, that's what they'll be. You gotta just remind yourself you doing
it for the kids part. That doing it for the kid part is the most overused statement in youth sports. Because
no, he's saying say it to yourself. He was saying not saying to nobody. He said Tito got to say, you know what? When the parent cursed me out,
we all gotta have a why. We all gotta have a why. Yeah, but everybody saying, "Oh, it's for the kids." Like that shit is overused. It sounds cliche. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, whatever it is your why for doing it, you should be trying to do it at the highest and best of your ability to try to give your kids the greatest football experience possible. The on the field stuff. Everything that happens outside of it is not your problem. You get what I'm saying? You are responsible for the 2 hours a day you have them at practice 3 days a week and the 4 hours on game day. That's all you could put into them. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you guys like me and Phil that don't got kids involved. We can't put in more time than what we're putting in. We're raising families and stuff like that. So, we all should have a why we're doing this. I know what mine is. I'm pretty sure I understand what Phil's is. But your why has to mean enough to make you want to carry it a certain way. That's my point. It's got nothing to do with, we do it for the kids. That was my point.
Hey, I know you get us. We was since the masses don't, and you're talking to the masses, we're actually talking to the masses, not each other, right? Because I do feel like what I'm saying might be falling on deaf ears. I actually feel like that. But the truth of the matter is, like, if one parent hear this, right, and say, you know what, I remember what they said. I'm not even gonna say nothing to Coach Half today. I'm gonna just let it go. I'm not gonna say nothing to Coach Burgess today. I'm gonna let it go. Then we did what we were supposed to do, right? Like if one parent, instead of walking down there to say something to you because you told them, man, get your ass over here, because she heard that or he heard that, and he like, I don't really like how you talk to my son. But said, you know what? I remember on the podcast they said, I'm gonna just be quiet about it. Like, then I think we've accomplished our goal. Listen, this is the God honest truth on how I feel. If when all said and done, right? If when all said and done, I have saved only one child life in 30 years. If I have only saved one child life and I did it for 30 years or whatever, I honest to God would say that was more than enough impact that I had. Any more impact than that is wonderful. Because that mother, that father, that grandmother will never know what it's like to have went to a funeral home and visited a child on a bed and make a decision and pick out a casket for that child. That's it, dog. Like, that's small. That's small of a gem. If no kid ever go to college because they chose not to, if you keep kids off the street from 6 to 14 and you taught them life skills and you lived a way where you said, if that kid saw me in the streets, what would he see? Or if he saw me at a restaurant, what would he see? He'd see a man with his wife, with his kids, sitting down, eating. He'd see somebody talking to somebody, giving gems, giving juice, right? Like, if you did everything you could do and all you could leave with is the fact that you saved one kid life, I think every coach should be cool with that. Now, those that's doing more, bro, you blessed by God. Now, I got more messages than that, right? Like, if I'm speaking truth, Tito, I got message. I was showing my wife yesterday. I got more messages. It was a kid. I'm gonna say his name. His name is Jerry. I ain't gonna say his last name. Who wrote me? Was like, Coach, what you did, that I appreciate it. I'm living life now. I'm about to get married. Right? Like, so you know the impact, and all of us get those, not just me. And it's private, right? But my point is, everybody out there that coach, I don't give a damn if you the worst felon in the world and you coaching or you ain't never been to jail. If you save one life when it's all said and done, we all been to funerals. If you eliminated that one funeral, bro, we good. We can hold our head up high and say, I did it at the peak. I don't give a damn about a championship. And so, but it starts, listen, a lot of the fight, I'm going to give you an example, Tito. I don't want to make it so personal. Let me see how I'm going to say this. I was in a situation before.
We both got a lot more stories than one.
No, but this is my last story. I'm going to give this is for the parents. I was in the teen moms, because we forgot them. I was in a situation in the past where 2 kids fought. The kids were broken up. But the teen moms were screaming, you're cheating. This is what you guys always do. You guys are cheaters. Tito, what do you think when the kid who fought parent in the other stands hear the teen mom say, you're cheaters and you always do this? You know what she wants to do? She want to fight. Because we have let ourselves get out. 12-year-olds are going to fight. 13-year-olds are going to fight. 11-year-olds are going to fight. They're going to fight in the football game, bro. How we react as adults, I've never ran on the field and told somebody they cheated because their kids started a fight or because my kids started a fight. Football games aren't won and lost because a kid threw a punch. It's just not won like that, Tito. It's not. Whether you up 30 or down 30, I can guarantee you the fact that a kid threw a punch and got 2 kids kicked out the game ain't the reason why 30 points was put up or put against me. We got to just address that. Like, we got to stop doing that. When a fight happened, adults don't got beef. I'm not beefing with you because 12-year-olds are fighting. And so I think we have to wrap our minds, and teen moms got to stop and parents got to stop. Stop getting emotionally invested in it. We already talked to coaches many a time, so we don't have to address us. But teen moms and coaches, teen moms and parents, they got to be stopped being so emotionally invested that they let their emotions spill over to the game.
Well, when that goes for administrators too, it goes, if you're not part of the day-to-day coaching the team and developing and preparing the team to play, again, you really don't have the right to speak. The people involved are already burdening enough pressure. Like, all that happens is putting more pressure on a situation that don't need pressure. There's still 12, 13-year-old kids that need to perform, and you asking them to perform in a violent game, the most violent one we know. It's controlled violence, but it's still violence. You preach violence. So there's already enough emotion that goes into that. We don't need all the extra shenanigans, especially by people, like I said, that aren't qualified to talk about football.
True. But I see Nah, I'm not gonna say it because it's gonna get personal to people. Listen, man. We just trying to do what. Listen, I get it, Tito. Some people on here is gonna say, man, them old dudes always talking about that shit. Yes, you're right. We do. You know why? Because we want to go home to our families after a football game, bro.
Oh, I'm going home regardless.
We do.
I ain't never worried about that.
Like we want to go home, but we want to go home without anything without being anything done to us or having to do anything to someone.
Or to do something, anything where we at.
Right? Even I don't want to be around it. I'm good. Like before y'all turn thugger, call me and say, yo, Phil, we show up to the field, black, all of this stuff. I'm gonna say, cool. I'm gonna say, yo, y'all tell my kids, y'all want to go to Disney World instead of going to this.
We've had nothing like this happen in New England. We've had nothing like this happen in New England. At the most, we get a little flare-ups and dust-ups. We ain't never had nothing major. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never worried about. I mean, obviously, there's been some major situations over the history of us being involved in this, but nothing that cost nobody their life. We ain't had that. We have yet to have that. You know what I'm saying? People been touched. I'd be lying to you to say if they haven't. People been touched, but nobody has lost their life. We haven't had like the jumpings at the field. The most we've gotten is that type of shit happening at a bar or something where people bump into each other. That has never happened on the field. Where was this at anyway?
I don't know. Let's look at it. I'm gonna rewind it. I want everybody to look in the bottom left-hand corner here. Is a coach on the sideline coaching. It don't look like nothing that happened in the game, so we don't know what was said on the sideline. He tackled him. The dude in the red is rolling, sucker punching the coach. Now look at the kid. That clearly got to be one of the kid's father or something, because he's concerned about the guy on the ground. Right? Now if you look right here, look. He attacks the coach, slams the coach, and here come homie in the red, sucker punching him. They both look like goofies. At a football game. Parents, grown men. Grown men. It's your boy PH, the Prez, Mr. Above 140, and I'm here with my co-host.
It's your boy, Coach Career, the General. Peace to the guys.
Hey, listen, I know y'all might be feeling like we preaching. We not. We just trying to keep the space clean, add value where value is added. And again, remember to invest in yourself. It's your boy PH. We are out. Peace, love, and hair grease. We got a fun-filled show tonight.
I met a boy today.
It's your boy, Coach Career, the General. 860 Army.
She loving my style every time I'm.
You ain't need more money, Tito. You could have just invited 6 or 8 you down to Nationals.
I'm around.
When certain people don't get their way or they feel slighted, they feel like they have a right to call us and voice their opinion. You don't.
We locked the
I've never removed a staff to allow a staff to move up.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Now everybody's a personal trainer. We know who the originals are, but now if you look, you can find them in every town.